All right, it looks like we're rolling. Hi, my name is Alan Alvarez with the Colorado AI Forum, and this is the Everyday AI Podcast. And today we're doing the first of our micro episodes where we're coming up with mock scenarios for Grok to sort of walk through using a little bit of the logic formats that we laid out in the How Do I Ask AI Questions podcast that we did yesterday, depending on when you're watching me. But today we're going to be running a mock scenario where I am a person who's lost my job. I'm going to lay out a few of the key factors and some of the realities of maybe a person who's middle-aged who's lost their job, and walk through how to move forward and see what Grok comes up with. We didn't go through this before, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but it's going to go some kind of way. And I'm just hoping that this will be beneficial for anybody watching to learn how to use the logic formats, and also sort of how to trip through the questions and answers and the things that are personal to each individual's life to be able to walk through with AI and start to use it as a productive tool. Hopefully nobody's losing their jobs, right? But it does happen, and I can say in my 20 plus years of construction, I've been in this position before, so it's a little close to home. But we're going to fire Grok up and get started. Hey, Grok.
Hey, what's up?
Well, Grok, I've just lost my job, man. I've been doing construction for 25 years. I'm in my mid-40s, and I have kids and a family to support. Was laid off, job stopped, but getting a little bit older and wondering what to do next. Now that the work has dried up, I feel like I'm really at a position where I need to stop using my body to produce my income for myself and my children, and I'm wondering if we can walk through what some next steps would be to help out. If I give you a few of my qualities, do you think we could go over some maybe future job options?
Hey, first off, I'm really sorry to hear you got laid off. 25 years in construction is no small thing. That's a lot of experience. Yeah, I'd be happy to help you figure this out. Let's start with your strengths and what you bring to the table. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? Specifically, what kind of construction did you mainly do? Residential, commercial, framing, heavy equipment, supervision, etc.? Did you ever run crews, manage projects, or handle any leadership roles? What kind of work do you actually enjoy doing? Even if it's small things like problem solving, teaching younger guys, organizing, etc. Just give me whatever comes to mind. The more honest you are about what you're good at and what you like or don't like, the better I can help you find realistic options.
Okay. Well, I have been mainly in the glass and glazing field for 25 years, in mostly residential, though I have a decent amount of commercial experience. Obviously, doing it this long, you kind of run into those kinds of projects. I've read plans for both residential and commercial projects. I have managed teams of anywhere between 5 and 10 people to get some things done. Spend a fair bit of time managing the various warehouses and things like that that I've worked for, and dealt with like ordering and logistics and where to put stuff and things like that. I like running crews. I think I know enough about what I do to be pretty helpful in that area. I don't mind sitting behind a desk and breaking down plans and getting out the scopes of work and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. A lot of it, though, it really has been essentially turning wrenches and getting the stuff done. So it's going to be a little bit of an odd transition, but I got to stop using my old rickety frame to put food on the table.
Got it. Thanks for giving me that background. Here's what I'm hearing from you. 25 years of experience in glass and glazing, both residential and commercial. You've managed small crews, 5-10 people. You've handled warehouse logistics, ordering, and inventory. You're comfortable reading plans, writing scopes of work, and managing projects. You enjoy running crews and helping others. You're ready to stop doing heavy physical labor. That's actually a really strong and valuable skill set. You have way more transferable experience than you might think. Here are 3 realistic directions we can explore based on what you just told me. 1. Project Management Estimator. Using your field knowledge to estimate jobs, manage projects, and coordinate crews from the office side. 2. Warehouse Operations Manager. Running the logistics, inventory, and distribution side for a larger glazing or construction supply company. 3. Field Supervisor Installation Manager. Still somewhat in the field, but more focused on managing crews and quality control instead of doing the physical labor yourself. Which one of these sounds most interesting to you? Or would you like me to explain a little more about each one so you can decide?
No. Well, let's do this.
Take your time, Alan.
Sorry, Grok. Hold on one second. Let's do this. I'm laid off, and I've never really been laid off before. I'm wondering if there are any options to get any kind of assistance in this interim time, things like unemployment or some kind of assistance. I mean, I got a family. I really gotta put food on the table like now.
Hey, I got you. Yes, there are a few immediate things you should look at right now. 1. Unemployment benefits. Since you were laid off, not fired for cause, you should qualify for unemployment. In most states, you can file for unemployment benefits this week. It usually pays somewhere between $300 to $600 per week depending on what state you're in and how much you are making. 2. How soon can you get it? You can usually file online the same day you're laid off. In many states, you can start getting payments as soon as 1-2 weeks after you file. 3. Other immediate help. If you need help even sooner than that, most states also have emergency food assistance programs and local food banks. Would you like me to walk you through exactly how to file for unemployment in your state? Just tell me what state you're in, and I'll give you the direct steps and website.
Okay. Maybe we can come back to that. It was just something that was kind of at the top of my mind, in thinking about moving jobs. I really think I would like to go with like the project management estimator kind of a thing. I know enough about it, I think, to be able to put all the pieces and parts together, to put a job together very well and be pretty thorough. And then I know enough to be able to, guide the guys and make sure things are happening the way that they should be. So let's go with option 1, project management estimator.
All right, let's focus on project management estimator. This is actually a really good fit for your background. Here's the honest picture. Good news, your 25 years of hands-on glass and glazing experience is very valuable. Companies love estimators and project managers who actually understand how the work gets done in the field. The challenge, most companies will still want you to have some kind of formal experience or training in estimating or project management. They might hesitate to hire someone who's only done field work. So here's my direct question for you. Would you rather A, go after jobs right now using your experience, even if it's a stretch, or B, take a few months to get a certification or training that would make you much more competitive for these roles? Which direction feels more realistic for you right now?
Well, I have been involved in some project management. I've been at the head of quite a few crews, though the estimating part is probably a place where I don't have a whole lot of official exposure. So I got to do both. I got to find something like right now, and I'm happy to spend my free time, putting in for some education. But I kind of got to ride both sides of the fence on that one.
Got it. You need to be honest and realistic then. Here's a clear path forward that balances both needs. Short term, next 1-2 months, we need to get you some income coming in. Since you have strong field experience, you should apply for field supervisor or lead installer positions in the glass and glazing industry. These roles pay better than regular installers, still keep you somewhat active, but are less physically demanding than doing the actual glazing work yourself. This buys you time and money while you work on the transition. Medium term, 3 to 9 months. While you're working, you start building the missing skills for a true project manager estimator role. You'll study estimating, reading blueprints more formally, and project management basics. Would you like me to give you a simple game plan that shows What kind of jobs to apply for right now, how to explain your experience in interviews, what specific things to study in your off time. Want me to lay that out for you?
To your knowledge, are there any like online programs that help with project management or estimating, that could give me some kind of like official certification or something like that I can start putting paperwork in front of people? I feel like I know how to go and get a lead installer job and maybe even a field super job depending on what's out there. But how do I make that next jump?
Here's a direct, realistic answer for you. Yes, there are a few solid, well-recognized online programs that can help you make that jump. Here are the best options for someone in your situation. Best certifications for you. 1. PMP, Project Management Professional. Gold standard, but expensive and requires experience. 2. CAPM, Certified Associate in Project Management. Much more realistic for you right now. It's designed for people with less formal experience. 3. Construction-specific certifications, like LEED or AGC Project Management certifications. Best practical path for you. The CAPM certification is probably your smartest move. It's respected, you can study for it online, and it doesn't require years of documented experience like the PMP does. You can get it through online courses on platforms like Udemy, Coursera, or the official PMI website. Many people finish it in 2-3 months studying part-time. Would you like me to give you the exact best courses and rough costs for getting your CAPM certification?
No, but let's assume. So we'll circle back to that. But let's assume that I've found something for the time being. I'm going to be happy with that for the next 6 months. Let's just go with like a lead installer, right? I'm still using my body, maybe a little bit less, but still in the trenches. But I'm good with that for the next 6 months or so, even if it's not necessarily in my field, like right down my pipe. But what would be after I get this CAPM certification? What doors does that open for me?
Alright, let's be straight with you. Once you get your CAPM certification, here's what it actually does for you. What doors it opens. It makes you much more credible when applying for project manager or assistant project manager roles in construction and glazing companies. It helps you move from the field into the office side, reading plans, managing schedules, coordinating with clients and subs, writing scopes of work, etc. You become a much stronger candidate for roles that pay $70,000 to $100,000, $95K, depending on your location, compared to what you're likely making now as a lead installer. The realistic timeline looks like this. Next 6 months, work as a lead installer or field supervisor. While working, study and pass your CAPM. After you have the certification plus your 25 years of field experience, you become a strong candidate for construction project manager or glazing project coordinator roles. Would you like me to show you what a realistic career progression would look like over the next 2-3 years, starting from where you are right now?
Yes. Let's please give me the roadmap that could help me understand that path, and then we're going to circle back around and if you onto some other things.
Here's a realistic 3-year roadmap for you. Year 0, 6 months, right now. Work as a lead installer or field supervisor in glass, glazing, or general construction. Start studying for your CAPM certification. Goal: stabilize your income and begin building credentials. Year 6 months, 12 months. Pass your CAPM certification. Apply for assistant project manager or project coordinator roles in the glass and glazing or broader construction industry. Use your 25 years of field experience as your biggest selling point. Year 1, 2 years. Work as an assistant project manager. Learn the estimating side on the job. Start gaining real project management experience. Year 2, 3 years. Move into a full project manager role. At this point, with your field experience plus CAPM plus 2 years of PM experience, you become a very strong candidate. Salary range at this stage is typically $80,000 to $110,000 plus, depending on location. This is one of the most realistic paths from heavy field work into a desk project management role. Would you like me to also show you what you should be doing every week during the first 6 months to stay on track?
Well, let's just go back to the CAPM certification. What is the most flexible path to get that? I'm going to be working crazy hours. I have my family and things like that, so I need to be able to do it kind of at will at my own time, though I'm willing to dedicate time. But I really have a hard time thinking that I'll be able to like make a class or something like that. Things just come up so much. So what is the most flexible way to get that CAPM cert?
Here's the most flexible way to get your CAPM. The best and most flexible path for someone in your situation is self-paced online study, recommended. Best option, take a Udemy course called CAPM Exam Prep by Joseph Phillips or Ricardo Vargas. These courses are completely self-paced. You can watch 20 minutes one night, then not touch it for 3 days if life gets crazy. No schedules, no live classes. How to do it practically. Buy the Udemy course, usually goes on sale for $15 to $25. Study on your phone or laptop whenever you have time, even if it's just 20-30 minutes a night. The course includes practice exams. Most people finish it in 6 to 10 weeks studying part-time. This is by far the most flexible route. No set class times, no pressure to show up anywhere. Would you like me to also tell you exactly what the CAPM exam itself is like? How many questions, how long, how hard it is?
Can you do this? And then I think, well, I'll just kind of get started on the steps. Can you give me all of the steps, assuming that I'm going to do a Udemy online course from start to finish in order, including costs, all the way from the day that I enroll to the day that I'm taking the test and getting the certification?
Here's a clean, step-by-step roadmap from start to finish. Step-by-step, getting your CAPM certification. 1. Buy the Udemy course. Course, CAPM Exam Prep Seminar. Complete exam coverage by Joseph Phillips. Cost, usually $15 to $25. Wait for a sale. They happen constantly. 2. Study the course. Watch all the lessons, roughly 35 hours total. Study at your own pace. 30 minutes to 1 hour per night is realistic. Goal, finish the course in 6 to 10 weeks. 3. Buy the official PMI handbook. Download it for free from the PMI website. 4. Schedule and pay for the exam. Create a free account on PMI.org. Pay the exam fee, $300 if you're a PMI member, or $425 non-member. Most people join PMI first because it saves you money. 5. Take the exam. The test is 150 questions, 3 hours long, taken at a testing center or online from home. 6. Pass the exam. Get your results immediately after finishing the test. You are now officially CAPM certified. Total estimated cost, $340 and $475, depending on whether you join PMI or not. Would you like me to walk you through how to save the most money possible on this whole process?
No. Can you please? We're going to circle back.
Hey, Alan, I'm here.
Sorry. Can you please walk me through the steps of my options for getting some kind of government assistance just in the next week or so while I'm putting in applications and things like that? I need the fastest way to get some cash, make sure food keeps hitting the table and all that kind of good stuff, and then hopefully be hired up within a month. But you know, that's a lot of meals that go on in that amount of time.
Here's the fastest, most realistic help you can get right now. Immediate steps. Next 1 to 7 days. 1. File for unemployment. Most important. Do this today or tomorrow. Go online to your state's unemployment website. Just Google unemployment. You can usually file the claim in about 20 to 30 minutes. In most states, you'll start getting payments in 1 to 3 weeks if approved. 2. SNAP. Food stamps. This can help put food on the table very quickly. Many states let you apply online the same day. In some cases, you can get emergency SNAP benefits within 7 days. 3. Local food banks. This is the fastest way to get food this week. Search for food bank near me or call 211. Most food banks will give you food the same day you show up. Would you like me to give you the exact order you should do these things and what information you'll need for each one?
To your knowledge, are there any online apps or phone apps where I could just do like some subcontracting, maybe just like yard work and things like that for people who are just looking for a little bit of help and willing to pay cash and stuff?
Yeah, there are a few good ones. Here are the best apps for getting quick cash, doing yard work, handyman stuff, or general labor. Paid in cash or fast payout. TaskRabbit, good for moving help, furniture assembly, yard work, and mounting stuff. Pretty reliable. Thumbtack, people post jobs for yard cleanup, hauling, painting, etc. You can bid on jobs. Nextdoor, not an app for jobs exactly, but a lot of people in your neighborhood post looking for help jobs and often pay cash same day. Craigslist, still one of the best for same-day cash labor gigs. Search in the labor gigs or general labor section. My honest recommendation for you, start with TaskRabbit first, because it's the most professional and you can get jobs pretty fast once approved. Also check Nextdoor in your local area. A lot of people pay cash for same-day help. Want me to tell you how to get started quickly on TaskRabbit?
No, thank you, Grok. I think that'll be all for now. I think I got enough kind of to do. I'll circle back with any questions on the details.
Got it, Alan. You've got a solid starting point now. If you need help with anything, unemployment, the CAPM stuff, TaskRabbit, or anything else, just come back and we'll pick it up. Good luck, man. You got this. I'm here whenever you need me. Take care.
All right, guys, so you see how the questions can lead to other questions, and there is an easy way to sort of jump around as long as you're kind of staying within the logic of the questions and trying to be as clear as you can. Sometimes you're just not going to have the answers. Sometimes you're not going to have the questions to get the answers that you want. But if you stay focused, and I would recommend a notepad. If you stay focused, jot some notes down about what you've been talking about, and as your AI model is speaking, jot down your next questions to sort of organize those things. Those are going to be the biggest things that are going to help you to ask the right next question, not let a thought fall out of your head while your AI is finishing their sentence. Happens to me all the time. It can be super frustrating. So I would get out a notepad, maybe jot down your initial questions, what the problems are and things like that. In this circumstance, it's a loss of job and kids to feed and bills coming in, and I need money now, but I also need to know what to do with my aging body and all of that kind of stuff. So you can see that it can be multifaceted. But if you stay on track, even if you jump around a little bit, if the little pockets of logic stay on track, you can get the answers to your questions. But you can't be vague, and you do have to sort of hone in the questions and begin to understand for yourself exactly what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you need. The great thing is you can be as dumb as you want with the questions. You can be as honest as you want. I'm scared, I'm getting old, I don't want to use my back anymore, I can't move, here's my situation, all that kind of stuff. And your AI model will walk through each issue with you and help you start to gather it. And there's a little bit of, hey, you got this and all that kind of stuff. But the neat thing about this is you have access to to essentially the world's knowledge, and there's not a lot of bias when sort of, let's say you're talking to a friend or talking to your mom or talking to somebody who maybe doesn't like you very much or something like that. There's not that bias that's imprinted. It just takes the data and then spits you out the answer. So I hope that mock number 1, lost job, has been beneficial for you. We're going to go on to some other ones here very soon, and hopefully we will together learn how to make sense of what sometimes can be a crazy world, or make sense of how to get our questions answered. Take care.